So last week in class, we talked quickly, some of you, and for some of you, a much longer amount of time, about the difference between the M dash, the N dash, and the hyphen. And this asks you to take a look at that. So I want to go over these and make sure that everybody's got them in the right spot. So if we take a look at the first one, the menu, seasoned with choices from all over the globe, is impressive. Okay, that is a classic interruption. So when we have an interruption, which one do we want, an M dash, an N dash, or a hyphen? Who can fill me in on that? How about, there's Brenna. Hi, Brenna. Good to see you. All right. So Aria, do you know which one we want for that? If we have an interruption.
An M dash.
Right. Okay. So this guy is going to go over here in our M dash space. So please check yours to see if you've got that in the right one. This should be down here. I'm not going to move it or else it's going to move the master. All right. So the boss is a well-intentioned person. After all, it is the real world and he needs to meet the bottom line. All right. So well-intentioned. We created a new word. We put two words together and made a new word. Which one would we need for that one? Mason, can you tell me?
Hyphen.
You got it. All right, we're making a new word, so that's going to go up here in the hyphen. Make sure you move yours to the right one. All right, it is not a surprise that he would be so strict since he is ex-military after all. Okay, so we're adding a prefix here. What would we need for that one if we're connecting to things like that? Braden, which one did you choose for that one here?
Like for the bottom one?
Yep, for X, where it says we're connecting ex-military.
Oh, well, I looked back, whatever, and I didn't do that side. I didn't realize that was that.
Oh.
I did the ones on this side, so I did like all the ones on the other side.
Okay. So how about, let's see who else is here. Brenna, where did you put this one? The blue one.
Hyphen.
You got it. All right. So we're making a word, ex-military. We're making a word that goes in hyphen. All right. So these guys over here, also, I know some of these disappeared when you moved them. So I'm sorry, I didn't make this thing. I never imagined that my boss, a short, bald man, would be so intimidating. We have an interruption. So Braden, let's try that one. Where did you put this interruption?
Isn't that M dash?
You got it. Yep. So when we have an interruption, that is an M dash. This yellow one here, eager, determined to succeed, and scared to death, describe how I felt on the first day of work. We are creating a new word, scared to death. Who else is here? Sam, where did you put the yellow one?
Hyphen.
You got it. We made a new word, so it is hyphen. He gave us the schedule, and my starting shift was from 4:30 through 10:30 p.m. on Friday evening. All right, when we're indicating through, where should we put that? Cheyenne.
I had it at N dash, but now I'm thinking it's not right.
It's totally 100% right. So N dash indicates that we're saying the word through, or if we are connecting the word pre, the prefix pre. So that's absolutely right. That goes in N dash. It is a very fast-paced restaurant where I work. Aria, what about that one? Fast-paced, we're making a word.
The ugly green one.
The ugly green one. Yeah, where's the ugly green go?
Hyphen.
You got it. All right, the bright green one. We have to be on our toes and ready to go at a moment's notice. I'm making a new word. Which one would that be, Lane? Did we lose Lane? How about Michaela? Michaela, if I'm making a new word, where should I put the bright green one?
Hyphen.
You got it. Making a new word is a hyphen, so that goes up here. The pink one, when I am not bussing tables, the task I hate most, I am greeting people at the hostess stand. So we have an interruption. Sam, where should I put this sort of peach colored interruption?
Wait, which sentence was it? I can't find it on here.
It's hiding from you. It says, when I am not bussing tables, the task I hate most.
Is that M dash?
It is M dash. It's an interruption.
Period.
Very good. We have 26 tables and they're full each night. So we're making the word 26. Mason, what should we use?
Hyphen.
You got it. And the last one, the red one, the restaurant has been opened from 1999 through 2015. Aria, which one do we use for that? Aria, do you have the red one? Oh, sorry. You got it. N dash it is. Right. Great job. That's exactly right. Perfectamundo. All right. So we are going to, this was our last punctuation topic for this semester. The next couple of assignments that you're going to have are going to be assignments that use these things in context. So I'm going to be asking you to do a couple more worksheet type assignments, not this week to next week, but starting next week, you'll have a worksheet kind of assignment to complete for the next couple of weeks just to practice that. And then I'm going to ask that you actually use them in writing a couple of times so we have practice with that. But no more new concepts as far as that goes. Good job. Pat yourselves on the back. All right. So now we're going to focus on our other grammar topic that we've been working with, the adjective clause. So if you would head over to this week's week 13 grammar for high school assignment, we're going to work on this today. So you're also going to need your blue/purple book. So dig that out if you don't have that with you.
What page do we need to go to?
77. So briefly to remind you of what we learned about last week, we learned that adjective clauses are dependent clauses, so they cannot stand by themselves. They're going to be attached to an independent clause, and they often start with the words which. I'm on the wrong page. Oh, no, I'm not. Which, whose, or who. Last week, we did the introductory part there, and you guys did a great job with that. Oh, and the other important part is that they stand apart from this sentence using a comma. So if you take a look here, follow the instructions for practice 4, imitating, plug your answers into the chart below. So I set up the very first one. So if you look at the imitating section, it starts at the very bottom of 77. So you're going to identify the adjective clauses in the models and also in the sample imitations, and then write an imitation of each model sentence, one sentence part at a time. Then you're going to read one of your imitations. Oh, you don't have to do that part. Okay, so if we look at the model adjective clause, so our model sentence says, one figure whose wounds were so dreadful that he resembled more resembled meat than man, tried to rise, but could not. So our adjective clause there starts with whose. It's set apart from the rest of the sentence with commas. Whose wounds were so dreadful that he more resembled meat than man. All right, turn to the next page. Our sample sentence says, one child whose smile was so bright that she seemed more angelic than human started to enter and look around. All right, can I have a brave volunteer to tell me the sample adjective clause in that sentence? Let's have our big winner today read it for us. So, Sam, can you tell me in the sample sentence for number 1, what is the adjective clause?
Okay, let me look.
Top of page 78.
Would it be whose smile was so bright that she seemed more angelic than human? I really don't know.
Sam, you really do know. That's it.
Yay!
Yes, that's perfect. So remember that adjective clause. So go ahead and everybody do it right now. Type that right in there. We've got it open. Let's just type it right in there. So it's the part of the sentence that starts with the word whose. So it's going to be set apart with the comma. Whose smile was so bright that she seemed more angelic than human. All right, I'm going to give you a minute to be typing there. All right, notice that we could pull out those adjective clauses from our sentences, and the sentence would still make sense. The sample sentence would say, one child started to enter and look around, but it's way less descriptive. If we have that adjective clause in there, whose smile was so bright that she seemed more angelic than human, that tells us a lot more about what that child looks like. All right. So now you have a more challenging task. Now you are going to create a sample or create a sentence that imitates that model. So take a look at those two sentences. And we want a sentence that kind of looks like that. So I'm going to try and make a sentence. If I type on here, this is going to be a dumb question. Oh, no, it made a copy for you. All right, I'm going to make a sentence as well. So let's work at the same time. If you're struggling, you can watch me make my sentence. And you should make your own sentence that imitates that model. So 2 minutes to complete that task and go. So you see, I just created my sentence. So one student whose answers were so fantastic, she seemed more scholar than teenager, won every academic award this year. So hopefully you're doing your best to create a sentence that sort of sounds like those other two sentences. But even if you feel like your sentence doesn't sound too much like that, hopefully your sentence starts with the word whose and is in the middle, or your clause starts with the word whose is in the middle and is in the middle of your sentence. So I need to also put my adjective clause down here. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it down here.
Yo, I'm here.
Gage!
Can y'all hear me?
It just wouldn't seem like a Monday without you. So happy you're here.
So,
Hey, we're working on our grammar for high school books, so we're getting our homework done right now. Okay, whoops, wrong one. All right. Do we have any extremely brave students who want to read their sentences to the rest of the class because they're so proud of said sentence?
You know I'll do it.
You got it. Go, Aria. Let's hear it.
An older woman whose hair had more locks than Alcatraz strolled into the shop to buy a can of soup.
Love it. And tell us what your adjective clause is.
Whose hair had more locks than Alcatraz.
Love it. That is fantastic. Anybody else want to share a sentence? Oh, you're so shy about your sentences. Okay. All right. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. So, sentence number 2. Sally, who would have liked working and who watched our budget with a miser's eye, put a card on the departmental bulletin board advertising that she typed theses and term papers. Also a really long sentence. Or it's kind of a clunky sentence. All right, so it should be really easy to pick out that adjective clause because it's in between the commas and it starts with either who, whose, or which. So, let's see. Michaela, could you pick out that adjective clause for us?
Which one is it again?
It is number 2 at the top of 78. That starts with Sally.
Who would have liked working and who watched our budget with a miser's eye?
Yes, that's perfect. All right, everybody type that guy in there. I just realized I don't know how to spell the word miser. All right, now let's take a look at the sample that's attached to number 2. Kim, who would have said nothing and who covered our tracks with a practice skill, stopped an intruder in the dark foyer, claiming that he cleaned apartments and small offices. All right, so this is going to be very simple, similar to the one that we just saw. Mason, can you pick out the adjective clause in the sample for number 2?
Who would have said nothing and who covered our tracks with a practice skill.
Very good. All right, type that sucker in there. Hey, look at that. There's like a little red thing under here. So I'm just going to click on that so I make sure it's spelled correctly. Pro tip. Okay, now the time is here. Create your own sentence that sounds like those two sentences. This one, actually, if we look at that, we've got two. Who would have said nothing and who covered our tracks with a practice skill. So these are both examples of these kind of double adjective clauses. So for 1/1 billionth of a extra credit point, make one that's exactly like that in the middle of your sentence. All right, your turn. 2 minutes to create a sentence. Okay, I've got my sentence. Alex, who would have been good at adjective clauses and who did not attend this meet, moved to Ohio this year despite wanting to remain in Montana. I feel like this is a very true sentence. For those of you who are in Alex's cohort, he is really, really good at grammar. All right, so I'm going to copy my adjective clause. It's the part in between the commas. And I'm going to put it down here. All right, does someone want to share their amazing sentence? It's the moment of truth. Anybody, anybody? Okie dokie. They'll just have to remain a secret until I read them. All right, let's do this last one together, and then we will wrap up for the day with a little exit question. Okay. Sentence number 3 on page 78. I saw that my old friend who had outfoxed Deary and who had outfoxed Deary and Ebersolay and the dean of men, who had gone around and begged his teachers to help him, who had taught me to drink beer by the pitcher and curse in a dozen different intonations, was crying a little bit. Man, this is some impressive usage of adjective clauses. All right. This is a bunch of adjective clauses. So, how about, oh no, we've got no Reagan. Brenna, can you tell me, can you read to me the adjective clause and or clauses in this sentence? Can you do it? It's a whole lot.
There's 3.
There are 3 of them, aren't there? Okay. Can you read all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Yay. Just what you wanted to do this morning.
Who had outfoxed Deary and Eversole? How do you say that?
I'm guessing. That sounds right to me.
And the dean of men, who had gone around and begged his teachers to help him, who had taught me to drink beer by the pitcher and curse in a dozen different interactions, was crying a little bit.
Okay, so remember that was crying a little bit. That is not part of our adjective clause, but you are absolutely correct. There are 3 of them. So notice these 3 are stacked, one on top of the other, rather than being connected with an and, as in our last example here where we had who would have liked working and who watched our budget with a miser's eye. Here we just have them stacked, separated by commas. Okay, so that's a lot of typing. Type those in there. Oops. So if we took that out, our sentence is super short. It would be, I saw that my old friend was crying a little bit, which is a sentence, right? We could take this part out and we would still have that sentence. All right. So now we've got the sample. I heard that the new kid who had threatened Blackie and Sanjay and other members of Cobra, who had made promises and asked other students to join him, who had shown us to stand up for ourselves and respond with a confident, loud voice, was getting a big audience. All right, Aria, will you tell us what those, read us the adjective clauses in the sample?
Who had threatened Blackie and Sanjay and other members of the Cobra, who had made promises and asked other students to join him, who had shown us to stand up for ourselves and respond with a confident, loud voice.
Perfect. Our sentence, again, would be really short. It would just be, I heard that the new kid was getting a big audience. We get so much more information in such a much more interesting sentence with those adjective clauses in there. Okay. So I'm going to take, we're going to type that last one in there. Oops. All right, and once you've got that sample adjective clause, here we go. This is the big challenge. Can you make a sentence that imitates that sample, that has a nice short little sentence on either side of 3 connected adjective clauses? Can you do it? Let's find out. All right, type your sample sentence right there. Do your best. And I'm going to make sure to copy my adjective clause. That guy right there. So my sentence says, I saw that my favorite cat, who had eaten all of the cat food, who had scratched up all of my furniture, who had demolished every last plant I owned, was sound asleep. And here are my 3 adjective clauses down here. As you finish those up, turn them in. Also, as you're finishing those up and turning them in, I want to draw attention to the fact that there is also a Google Meets attendance sheet for you to fill out. Make sure that you fill that out and turn that in so that I can give you credit for attending our meet today. And
Hey, does this one count for me since I didn't get to join till late?
Absolutely, Gage. Were you asleep, my friend?
No.
Good. I'm glad. It's okay if you were. All right. So you're going to turn that in end of the day tomorrow, or at the end of our class tomorrow. There's also, so there's the Google Meets attendance sheet, grammar for high school adjective clause. You're done with that. You're turning it in now. Fantastic. Great. The only other assignment that we have that is due, well, that's going to be due next week is there's a Lit Circle meeting doc. You're going to fill that out tomorrow during your Literature Circle meeting. So you don't need to even worry about this until tomorrow when we're back at our, in our groups. There will also be something, an assignment to go along with your reading for next week, and we will talk about that tomorrow. So by the time you leave tomorrow, you'll have the vast majority of your work done, except whatever you and your group decided to read for next week. All right. Who has a question about any of that? Ask me a question. All right. So it's end of class today. We are going to finish just like we would in class with an exit question. So today's exit question is going to be stuffing, like Thanksgiving stuffing, yes or no. So once you answer the exit question, you can log off. I will see you here tomorrow since no one has any questions. All right. Stuffing, yes or no, Gage?
It's a no for me.
All right, Aria, stuffing, yes or no?
Peace out, y'all.
Bye, Gage.
My microphone's being dumb. Yeah, we had some last night, actually.
Oh, you got some pre-Thanksgiving stuffing? That is the way to go. I'm proud of you. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Brenna, stuffing, yes or no?
Depends.
Oh, depends. Depends on what?
If it's dry.
Oh, you like it dry?
No.
No. Okay, I don't like dry stuffing either. It's gross. Okay. All right, Brenna, we'll see you tomorrow. Mason, stuffing, yes or no?
No.
No? Okay, just a no. Okay.
Bye,
Michaela.
Mason.
Bye, Mason.
Bye, Mason. Michaela, stuffing, yes or no?
That's a no for me.
A no for you as well. Oh, this class does not like stuffing very much. All right, bye, Michaela. Sam, yes or no to stuffing?
I love it.
Me
So,
too. Me too. All right. Hey,
All
have a
right.
great day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Cheyenne, stuffing, yes or no?
100% yes.
Yes, I totally agree. It's the best. All right. Bye, Cheyenne. See you tomorrow. Braden,
Bye, see you
stuffing, yes or no?
Nope, it's gonna be a no for me.
No. Hard pass for the stuffing. All right, Braden, see you tomorrow. Lane, stuffing, yes or no?
That's going to be a no for me as well.
You guys are some stuffing hating kids. All right. Bye, Lane. See you later. Josh, stuffing, yes or no?
No.
Nope, no stuffing for you either. All right. Hey, Josh, I got all those assignments that you turned in. Thank you very much. I'll be updating that later on today.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I will talk
Thank
to you
you.
later on. No problem. I'll email you if I have any questions about any of those assignments. Okay.
I might have a little bit more turn in, but
Okay.
I kind of like don't know the latest you like.
Oh, I will. So I am going to post my grades today, but even if you turned in some stuff, I think the deadline is 2:00 tomorrow. So even if you turn some stuff in after today, I can still update my posting until there's Chase. I can still
I'm
update
sorry.
my posting all the way up till 2:00
There he is.
tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. No problem. Bye, Josh.
Hey,
See you tomorrow.
Chase.
Bye, Josh.
Good morning,
Bye.
Chase. How's it
See ya.
going?
Going
Bye.
fantastic.
Did you just get up, buddy?
A little bit, yeah.
Are you drinking a Dr. Pepper for breakfast?
Cream soda, yeah.
Oh, jeez. No. It's time for coffee, not cream soda. Chase does not agree.
It's time
All
for
right.
Chase's beard to grow back because I look 12.
Oh. Well, listen, buddy, I'm sorry about the mix-up with the times.
You're
If you were expecting to come later on, I'm sorry about that. Tomorrow we are going to have our Lit Circle discussion, so make sure that you are there at 10:05 tomorrow, okay? Okay. All right. We were just signing off, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Bye.